Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Best Buy exclusive Heavy Infantry Mandalorian from the Star Wars Black Series. Now, this guy is absolutely fantastic, but before we take a closer look at him, let's go ahead and take a look at his packaging. So, as you can see here, he is a deluxe figure, which means he does come in at a $30 price point, and we'll talk about that kind of later in the video. But that also means he comes with a larger box. Nice big window here on the front of the packaging, and then he's got an image down here in the corner. Flipping it over onto the back, you can see that image is repeated again here, and then there is a brief description. And of course, if you'd like to read that, you can go ahead and just pause the video. So, pretty standard stuff, so let's go ahead and get back to the figure itself here. Now, the Mandalorian, or the Heavy Infantry Mandalorian here, stands at, let's see, about 6.5 inches tall. So he is just very slightly smaller, or taller, I mean, than your average Black Series figure. But I will say that he feels like chunkier, and whenever you compare it to like a Stormtrooper here, you can see he's a much larger overall figure, and it feels really chunky and nice when you are posing it and stuff. It looks really nice. And now he does come with one accessory, and we'll go ahead and take a look at that. It's kind of his jetpack minigun combination here, and this thing is really cool. As you can see, the detail on the jetpack is really nice. It's got this tube here, which is nice and flexible. It is, I think it's removable. Yeah, it's removable on both sides, and we'll plug that into the figure here in a second. Nice flexible hose here, which looks really nice. And then this minigun is removable. There's just a little peg that pegs it on to the jetpack there. And this thing, again, really cool. There's a little articulated handle here. Very well thought out, and it fits in his hands great. It's super easy to pose, and then it's got this kind of faded paint job on there, which looks really nice. And then when it's plugged into the figure, it works super well. You can plug it in, and then this little tube here plugs in to his arm. I will say it's a little hard to do through the camera. Let me see if I can actually do it here. There we go. So the hose is nice and flexible, so it doesn't really get in the way when you're posing it, which is nice. And then, I won't do it on camera, but this minigun can be posed super easily on the figure. This little tube doesn't really impede it at all, which is really nice. I was a little bit worried about that when I saw this figure initially. But we'll take it off to run through the articulation here. There we go. So the articulation on this figure is really, really well done, especially for a figure that's super bulky in the armor. In the head here, he's got a single ball peg at the top of the neck, and then a single ball peg at the base of the neck. So you get some really natural, really nice range of motion there. It doesn't look up that well, unfortunately, but as far as any other pose, it does look really nice. At the shoulder, he has butterfly hinges, which allow his arms to kind of slip forward and back, which is really nice. It makes posing this guy so much easier. Then he's got ball hinge shoulders, excellent range of motion there, even with these bulky shoulder pads. And then he's got hinged elbow with a swivel, hinged wrist with a swivel. And then on this hand, it runs horizontally through the hand, and on this side, it runs vertically through the hand, as you can see there. In the torso, he's got what feels like a single ball peg, really nice range of motion in there. Basically everything that you would need. Is a little bit tight going side to side, but that'll loosen up over time. He's got T-jointed hips with a really excellent range of motion. For a guy that's this big, he's got so much range of motion. There is a thigh swivel hidden in there, which does work nicely. Then he's got double jointed knees, really excellent range there again, and then hinged ankles with an ankle rocker. So overall, like I said, this guy does come in at $30, and personally, it is worth every penny. I think, in fact, that this might be one of my favorite Star Wars Black Series figures, and I know that that's not necessarily a fair comparison because he is more expensive, but honestly, I don't care. He looks awesome. His accessories are awesome. He's so well done. Aside from his head not being able to look up, that's the only complaint that I have about this figure. It's almost perfect in every way. Like, all of the paintwork is super clean. So I 100% recommend picking this figure up. You won't be disappointed. It's a really, really cool action figure. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I guess I'll see you later.